Hi everybody, today it is chapter 18 and I'm taping this on the Lion Gate, the porthole. Today there is a porthole, 8 Lions Gate, so check it out if you want to know more about it on Google. So we are beginning with a new chapter. Once, years ago, me and Lily watched a documentary about cults. It was on very late on the Bravo channel, and it was advertised for weeks as a disturbing look at how one man could drive ordinary American girls to murder. The thought was electrifying. Someone could just make you commit murder. How? It was on at 1 a.m, so we had a sleepover at my house and watched it. I don't remember much about it, but there was definitely an interview with a former cult leader who was known for recruiting teenage girls. The interviewer asked him how to recruited his followers. How he recruited his followers. Simple, he said. He approached groups of girls at shopping malls, singled out one and told her that she had beautiful eyes. If she said thank you or even just laughed, I would move on, he said. But if she tried to deflect the compliment or looked down at the ground, I would ask her for her number, because that girl is the one with the hole inside of her. This is what it is like inside the apartment of Elysian Quarter. I am standing in a room full of people with a hole inside of them. There's about 30 of them all together, ranging from mid-teens to early 20s. Everyone is drinking orange juice out of a wine glass, and they have that kind of nervy, tremulous energy that makes them cover their mouths when they laugh and bite their lips as they listen. There's nothing individually wrong with anybody, just a collective sense of unease. They are all standing in groups of 3s or 4s, their shoulders slightly hunched. Absolutely nothing in the body language suggests, hey, come talk to us. The apartment is big, open and airy, like living rooms are on sitcoms. There's a large window overlooking the sea that we gravitate towards. What did the guy say about wedding dresses to you? Rue asks quickly. Oh, I say, my face turning red. Fiona and I were in the basement trying on wedding dresses. The day of the protest, we saw him there, trying to give out to the shop manager. He looks at me in confusion. As a joke, like, I say hurriedly, we weren't trying on wedding dresses, seriously. Fiona told them she didn't believe in God. Wow! A small fluty voice suddenly pipes up from behind us. I didn't used to believe in God. We turn around and a tiny girl with a long fringe is beaming at us. She's about 17. Hello, I say uncertainly. I used to think it was all crap, and when I learned about the Magdalena laundries and the way they put girls in these horrible prisons just for getting pregnant, I thought, wow, the Catholic Church has ruined Ireland. And then, what? You changed your mind? Rue asked. I realized that it wasn't the church that ruined Ireland, but bad people ruined Ireland. I want to ask her a little more about this, but at that moment the man who let us in stands in the center of the room and taps his wine glass full of orange juice with a teaspoon. Circles, everyone, circles. A hush falls over the room as everyone forms a circle by sitting cross-legged on the floor. Rue and I copy them. I'm desperate to blend in, to be inconspicuous, but I already feel as if there is a big red dot on my head, signaling me out as a non-believer. The girl next to me edges away slightly. She can tell I don't really want to be here. Hello, everyone, Aaron says. He's the only one standing. He's not wearing the suit I saw him in on Friday, and without it he looks far younger, 25 or 6. He's dressed casually in jeans and a navy Hollister hoodie, with red Converse on his feet. How are you all? A mumbling of good and fine fills the room. Oh, come on, I know we are all better than fine. How are you all today? A grateful laugh rises. Great, one guy shouts, and another, louder laugh shoots up like a flare. Great, we are great. Come on, everyone. Are we great? The room is feeling looser now, like stretched out chewing gum. Yuck. Okay, that's more like it, he says, and he smiles. Now I know we have a few new faces here today, so as always I thought we would start with a game to warm up our circle time. That sounds good to all. Yeah, you all full of southern hometown charm. Feels impossibly glamorous in this beautiful Irish apartment, but every instant feels rehearsed, dropped just at the right time to create a family barbecue atmosphere. All right, let's think. Aaron places his thumbs and forefingers together to make a triangle in front of his face, like loose prayer hands. All right, I've got it. Who knows 2 truths and a lie? A slightly uncertain, worried hum comes from the circle. Relax, guys, it's not as scary as it sounds. Basically, you say 2 truths, things about yourself, and 1 lie. We all have to guess which is the lie. They do this in drama school at the time, and it's a great way to get to know each other. Like, okay, I'll go first. He does. A triangle in front of his face again, and pads around the circle, smiling to himself. Okay, so my name is Aaron. My parents are divorced. I really love Billy Joe. He swings around and points at the very short girl. Katie, which one's the lie? You love Billy Joe, Katie says hopefully. Nope, he smiles. I really love Billy Joe. My parents are, however, still happily married. 22 years. Katie goes beetroot red and everyone titters again in appreciation. Okay, now guys, go. Let's start with a few new faces. Let's start with Rory. Okay, Rory says. I play the guitar. My birthday is in June, and my sister is a fish. Another laugh from the group. Aaron grants us a quick, dry smile. Nice, first try. He says, I can't wait to meet your sister, Enid. Enid is sitting to the right of Rue, and Aaron is moving clockwise, so I won't have to think of my 2 truths and lie for absolutely ages. She is dark-haired and would be pretty if her forehead wasn't in perpetual furrow. frowned. Furrow means frowned. Okay, Enid says, I'm 21 next week. I'm double jointed. Enid says this very quickly, and though she is psyching herself up for something major, you can feel the whole group leaning in, hungry to hear. Then it all comes out, slick as an oil spill. And I've had unprotected sex with a man twice my age. Silence. I tried to catch Rue's eye in a sort of all that built up for that expression. Aaron crouches down on the floor in front of Enid. He looks at her very closely, making a kind of intense eye contact that feels like it's between two people that know each other very well. He reaches out to her lap, where her hands lie dormant. Enid, he says softly, may I? She gives him her hand and he holds it very tenderly in front of everyone. I can feel the eyes of all the other girls goggling and realize that they have all wanted a moment like this, to hold Aaron's hand, to feel the full wattage of his American attention on them. I'm close enough to see that Enid's hand is shaking and her face has gone bright pink. Wow. I turn away after a moment of silence. Aaron speaks again, softly, massaging Enid's palm with his thumb. Oh, Enid, you are not double-jointed, are you? No, she says, her voice soft. She sounds like she is about to cry. That's okay, sweetheart. That's okay. It's not what you wanted. It's not your fault. I started to wonder if I'm missing something. Enid is 20. Sure, having sex with a man twice your age isn't great, but surely it's not that big of a deal, is it? He puts an arm around her, cradling her, and she slowly begins to sob in his arms. Enid suddenly goes from being nervous and squirmy to looking like a lamb suckling on the baby's bottle. A golden calm settles over her. She is safe, cozy, warm, and loved. We all watch our breaths held. Rose and I look at each other, dumbfounded. I don't know what we were expecting, but it wasn't this. In a loud whisper, clearly intended for everyone to hear, Aaron tells Enid that he will check back in with her at the end of the meeting and that they will talk about this properly. He disentangles himself and moves down to the next person in the circle. Cormac, he says. It's one of the silent boys who came into the door with us. 2 truths and a lie. I play GAA. My favorite superhero is Ant-Man and, go on, Cormac. It's fine. Once I come on now. I shave my legs just to see what it would feel like. Rory's eyes are like saucers. If tensions were high when Enid spoke, they are at the ceiling now. Hey man, Aaron clasps his hands together in delight. Cormac, is that all? Dude, what are you worried about? That's nothing. That's just curiosity. Look, you are an athlete, right? Right. Swimmers have their legs, swimmers shave their legs. Did you know that? And like tons of other athletes. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're gay. Come on, you know that, don't you? Yeah, says Cormac, his voice still uncertain. Man, you know as well as I do that there is no such thing as being naturally gay. I mean, nature would just break down completely if that were the case, right? He starts looking at the group, his palms up, giving these are just the facts, tone to everything he says. Animals wouldn't reproduce wouldn't reproduce, people wouldn't reproduce. So if you are having feelings like that, it's because there are a bogey in your radar. You know what I mean? It's because there is all this weird, negative, confusing gunk on your windscreen, and you just need to clear that gunk off. He shrugs and smiles. I mean, otherwise, how would you drive? Everyone laughs and Cormac laughs hardest. My muscles tense, my fingernails digging half-moon crescents into my palms. I remember talk like this from a few years ago during the marriage equality referendum, but it always came from the mouths of old men, never 20-something American in hoodies and Converse. Aaron keeps going around the room, and the revelations get more and more intense. When Enid first said her piece, I thought she was the one playing the game. Wrong. But no, it's Rue. My sister is a fish. O'Callaghan, who was playing it wrong. This isn't funny. This isn't a funny game. It's public confusion. But strangely enough, Aaron barely has to work to get people to confess. They are already spurred on by the person who came before them, seduced by the concept of his full undivided attention, his pep talks, his lungs. A girl confesses to kissing her female best friend. Aaron soothes her, says it's not what she wanted, that she was manipulated, led astray. A boy confesses to having sexual thoughts. Aaron tells him it's only natural, normal to want to take solutions into your own hands when life is upsetting you. But the true answer to finding self-satisfaction is to work on the world around you, not to hurt yourself, to channel your life into a positive work. On and on it goes. People cry. The longer we spend there, the more convinced I am that Lily would never be taken in by this. She would never let someone tell her that the gay people weren't real, or that they were confused. Aaron's response to virtually everyone is that they are confused. Having sex is a result of confusion. Being gay is confusion. Having depression in confusion. Maeve, I'm 16. I have a dog, and I have been so focused on everyone else that I haven't prepared my piece. I haven't even thought of a satisfying lie for my truth. I pushed my best friend away, and now I'm afraid I'll never get her back. The word fell out like copper coins, spitting out of a vending machine, thoughtless and chunky. Thoughtless and clunky, and entirely unwanted. Why did I say that? Why would I bring that here? Aaron fixes his eyes on me for a moment. I wait for the onslaught of sympathy and motivational speaking. But it doesn't come. He just keeps looking at me, his fingers in that triangle shape again. There is a mild disgust in his eyes, a slight wrinkling of his nostrils, and if picking up a bad smell, finally he speaks. Oh, Maeve, Aaron says simply, I'm sure you'll find the answer somewhere, and that's it. He clasps his hands together and announces that it is time for 10-minute break. I can't believe it. I feel offended. Where's my hug? Where's my pep talk? Don't I deserve Aaron's attention? Shouldn't I be cradled in his love, just like everyone else? Aaron starts making the rounds, first with Enid, then Cormac, then the boy with depression. Rue turns to me. Look, I know I dragged us here, but I think it was a bad idea. I don't think Lily would ever go in for this stuff, do you? Not really. I reply. Are you sure it's okay if we just leave though? Yeah, that guy won't care. He's got pretty dedicated folk as it is. All right. Let me get my coat. I find it hanging in a closet, and when I get back, Aaron is speaking very intently to Rue. You are not leaving already, Rory, are you, buddy? Rue looks at me nervously. Yeah, I said I would get Maeve home before it gets too late. Look, the sharing stuff isn't for everyone, Aaron says, conspiratorially, but I think you are really going to like the second half. It's more action-orientated. We brainstorm on how we can be agents for change, and we actually act on those ideas. You can have a lot of influence. I'm ready to go now, I say loudly, buttoning my coat. Aaron looks at me like I'm flying, buzzing around him. He moves in closer on Rue. Look, Rory, I know you feel different and a little lost, maybe like you are, not like other guys, but I remember the TV show again about trying to spot the holes in people, about that being the trick to controlling those around you. Aaron has seen the hole in Rue, and for whatever reason he wasn't able to see it in me. And for the first time in my life I feel unbelievably incandescently powerful. We have to go now, I say louder again. Thank you for inviting us. I take Rue by the hand, clasping it firmly in my own, and pull him towards the door. He follows, and the last thing I see before the door slams are Aaron and the children of Brigid Curious Faces. And that is the end of chapter 18. Wow, so what's going to happen next? Is Rue going to go back? And is he going to keep the secret from Maeve? Or what is Maeve going to do with Aaron? Will she meet up with him? And will she ask him why he treated her the way he did? Let's find out in the next chapter or so. Have a wonderful day.